Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So we are out with the Accmos arrows, ACCMOS. Anyways, whatever. We've got 6 in the quiver, 6 in the hand. We're gonna put these ones down. We're gonna shoot the ones out of the quiver first. We'll retrieve those, leave them by the box, and then we'll come back and fire these ones off and see how well they fly out of the compound. Being that these have the vanes on them, they work for the compound, just not for recurve or traditional bows. So, and again, we're at 13 yards, and we'll see how they do. I think that one. Whew. All right, let's go take a look. I think these are all shooting pretty low. I might have to come in a little bit. Now, they are 500 spine. Whew. They all got, if I remember rightly, I think they're all 100 grain tips, but not too shabby. I think maybe I should move back. Move forward a little bit. Maybe move forward a little bit. I think I might be off of my yardage a bit. Anyways, we're gonna just dump these ones here. All right. Okay, let's check it. Yeah, these things have got to be heavier. They're all shooting low. Nice tight group, but they're all shooting low. Oh, crumb. Well, you know what? We're gonna try shooting a couple of these off my red pin. So we're just gonna leave those 6 there anyway. I think I'll just take 3 with me. 3 off the red pin. Worst thing happens, I lose one. At least these are easier to find. I may have to recite. All right. That went high. That was my bad, but oh well. They do fly friggin' straight though, but I got a feeling these things are heavier than what I've been shooting. Well, we're getting closer. All right. Well, darn good penetration though, I'll tell you. Anyways, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go grab my scale. We're gonna weigh one of these against one of the original ones and find out what's throwing me off. Because if these are heavier, I gotta compensate the difference, or I'm just gonna have to recite in the whole bloody bow with these and then just keep using these, which would suck because I just spent like a lot of money on the custom ones I had made for me local. All right, give me a minute, instant for you. All right, let's weigh these things up. Hopefully we can get this thing to balance right. Okay, that's 369.3. Now those are the ones that were sighted in I was doing great with. 369.3. And these new ones, oh yeah, that would do it. 525.4 grain. These are heavier. That's why they're hitting so damn low. Jeez. So, yeah, if I want to use these new ones, and I do, especially for hunting, because they're the right color, and even if you lose one, it's going to be freaking easy to find compared to something like this. Which means I don't know what I'm going to use these on, because I don't have another compound. Damn it. So I got to reset my bow in. Not today, though. My arms are tired from shooting bows all day. But I guess next week when it's nice, I'm going to have to recite the bow in, because even my main pin is off. Okay, at least we know. These are pretty damn heavy arrows. 500 spine to 500 spine, but those are way heavier. Interesting. Oh well. Let's take a look at the height difference, though, for the cuts. So yeah, we've this is the one that was custom cut for me, and this is the new one, which actually creates, yeah, about roughly half an inch more length up front for me. So that makes it even safer for broadheads, but that's not a 200, that's not 100 and some grains different, that's for sure. So that's just a heavier material, and maybe even the, well, maybe even the heads. Let's weigh the heads. We might as well lower here, right? It's only a couple minutes, right? Maybe I can see what the head difference is. Okay, so this is, technically it's a 100 grain, 99.8. That's off the arrow I had made for me. And these tips that come with them, which, by the way, they do put O-rings on these things too, which is nice. So 101.4. So just the arrow by itself, no tip. That's a 424.1 grain arrow. This is definitely explaining why we're shooting low. Oh, gotta get that leveled. Just stop it from rolling. 269.3. That's the whopping difference. So yeah, that's a lot of extra weight. So if I want to bring my height back closer to being higher, I would have to move in a lot closer to the target. I would almost have to shoot these from, let's see, 13, so 5. I'd have to shoot these from pretty near 7-8 yards to get them to the bullseye. I'm gonna have to recalibrate the whole bloody bow again. Frig me. Well, this is something we learn, you know, yeah, you can even feel the spine difference. These 500s from China are actually thicker spined than the 500 Eastons that I have. So that's kind of interesting, because they should be the same spine diameter, but I don't know. It's kind of interesting. This almost seems more like, well, it's down from 5-3, right? 5 to 3, 5 to 4. I should compare the thickness of these to my other arrows, because I got some 3s, 350s, and 4s. Because I'm betting that these aren't actually 500 spine. They should be. They're supposed to be, but they're really weighty. So, all right. Well, here's my opinion anyways. They do group well, so I have no issue with that. Can't really complain. They do group well. This just means I got to recite the bow now that I'm running heavier arrows. And that means that my 6 that I bought are now completely pointless on my bow, because I'm not going to keep resighting just for different arrows. So I will find a use for my original 6 that I had custom made. Maybe perhaps they'll work shooting off the shelf on my traditional bow that I picked up today. But I highly doubt it because they are plastic fletches. So I don't know. I'm not gonna buy another compound just to shoot 6 friggin' arrows. So, all right. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you thought. At least now we know why we're not hitting the bullseye, which is kind of embarrassing when I was doing so much better with the other arrows. He's getting nailed. So now I got to recite. All right, guys, I came in the house. Just a quick note. I took out my micrometer and I actually measured the arrow diameter of these new, whatever you want to call them. Anyways, the Chinese arrows. Anyways, I measured them and I put them up against some 400s I have here, and they're pretty much identical. So it's more like a 400. It's not a 5 because, yeah, it's... I have my 500s that I got from my recurve. I even checked those. They were from the same company, right? The dozen that I bought for the recurve. And they say 500 right on them. These actually don't say anything on them, at least not that I can find in any writing yet. But I did order via Amazon 500 spine, because that's what my order says. But what they ended up sending me, it seems, is 400, not 500 for my compound. And for the recurve, they actually sent me the proper 5s because they actually match my other 500s. So, yeah, go figure. So I checked the chart anyways, and at a 28-inch draw, with the poundage of my bow and 100 to 125 grain insert, 46 to 50 pounds, I can run 400, and I can also run the 5s as well. So looks like we're running 4s in this thing because I was talking to my wife and it's like, I'm not going to go out and buy a compound bow just for friggin' 6 arrows. And I actually paid almost twice as much for my Easton arrows to be custom made on the spot for me locally. Whereas these were like, I think these were like 48 bucks or something, or 50 bucks, somewhere around there anyways. They were well under 60. And that was for a dozen. And I like them because they do fly straight, but now I got to reset my damn bow in just to shoot them. And well, we'll see what the weather's like tomorrow. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. If it stays nice out, I don't know. It's supposed to be iffy. If it does stay nice, I'll recite it in tomorrow for these new arrows. Because, yeah, I bought a dozen for hunting, and I want these specifically for hunting, especially for the colors. And if I do lose one, well, it'll be really easy to find them. It's not so easy to find something that's more or less a black-colored arrow, right? But either way, I need practice arrows. I need hunting arrows of the exact same weights, because you're supposed to practice with what you're going to hunt with. So yeah, that's the pickle. So now I can't use my Easton 500s I had custom made in my bow anymore, because I'm not going to keep resighting in just to shoot those. What's the point? And because they are plastic vanes, well, they definitely will not fire off my Nighthawk with the rest on it. Perhaps they'll shelf shoot off my right-handed center point. I'm going to have to try that and see how well they fly off the center point bow. So maybe I'll test them out on that tomorrow and see how well they handle the Eastons and go from there with it. But either way, I do like the arrows. I think they're just fine and dandy, and they do fly and land straight in the target the way they're supposed to. It's just getting everything shifted back up again. I got to lower my sight from what I figure about twice the amount of my pin distance in order to bring it up high enough, but we'll figure out that math. Little bits at a time until you get it right. Otherwise, yeah, we'll be sending a friggin' arrow to the moon without rocket propellant. So we don't want to do that. Anyways, that's what I got, so I'm out of here.